Okay, rhythm guitar. You don't call this rhythm guitar because you play the drums on it. We call this rhythm guitar because, well, you kind of keep rhythm as you're strumming and you're in key with everything that's going on. You are the rhythm. That's why it's so easy to play with just an acoustic guitar by itself. You can play this and sing along, and you really don't need anything else at all. There is no more accompaniment needed. One of them standalone type instruments. You can just sing along with it and play, and it just goes perfect. So why do we call it the rhythm guitar? Well, because you're keeping a rhythm. This right hand, and for everybody that's watching this, I am always teaching, when I'm talking about different things, I'm always talking from a right-hander's perspective. So if you're left-handed, then the exact opposite would apply when I talk about things like putting your guitar in your left knee, things like strumming with your right hand. Obviously, I say obviously, not everybody. Maybe it won't be so obvious to everybody, but if you're left-handed, we'll do the opposite of what I'm doing. You just switch to the other side. So my right hand becomes my rhythm hand in a rhythm guitar. So as I strum a chord, which this happens to be a G chord, watch my right hand. See how it has a steady up, down, up, down. It's that rhythm. Now there are all kinds of strums, and so we're going to practice all kinds of strums, but we're going to practice some real simple ones to start with. So the first one that I would like to practice, and I'm not even going to put a chord onto the neck. I'm just going to kind of lightly place my hands over the strings of the neck. So my left hand, just kind of lightly cover those strings up, and I'm just going to. Okay, so down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. That sounds crazy, but down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, one of the things that you'll notice when I'm doing that strum is as my hand's coming up, I'm going to do a double down. So I go down, down, up, down. Do you hear that? Down, down. Well, if you watch my hand never stops moving up and down. The only thing that I don't do is I just don't, with my pick, and we probably need to talk about this pick a little bit more, but with my pick, I don't hit the strings coming up. So my hand never stops doing this. It's always in a perpetual motion. What changes many times on an average strum, what changes is when I strike the strings with the pick. Okay? So down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And most of you should be practicing. Your hand is a continual motion of up and down. And to start off, you might just want to strum that thing up and down and up and down. Okay? But the one I would like to see you all practicing is down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So when you throw chords onto that thing, it sounds pretty good. Not too bad, huh? It's a real basic, simple kind of a country strum. It could go into almost any song, but that's the strum that we're going to learn. If that's something that you pick up and you really take off with and you're comfortable with, you're welcome to try all kinds of strums. We'll kind of learn those as we go. But the one thing to remember is that this hand becomes what we call a metronome. This is my metronome. My hand becomes my metronome on the guitar. Okay? So it's my rhythm. I might accent a certain part of the strum, but it's all pretty much my hand continues to go up and down. And you get into some kind of weird strums and stuff, and which I say weird, they're all cool strums, but you can do all kinds of stuff. You can you can do all kinds of strums. That's a little bit more of a complex strum, something that you might learn later on. Some of you might pick it right up and ready to do it, okay? So that is strumming. Really, really basic, but it's something for some of you, you may struggle with it. We need to practice it because you need to think of that strum as the drums of the song, and it should be a complete standalone rhythm, a standalone beat in a song. And there's, you know, if you're playing with a set of drums, well, it's easier to set back a little bit, but if you're playing by yourself, that's your rhythm, that's your drums.